May the 4th be with you. Greetings and welcome to JFT Updates for the week of May 4th, 2026. Let's jump right on in, starting as we usually do. On your screen, you will find our contact information to include address, phone numbers, email, our website, and links to our social media accounts. And we ask that you please like and subscribe. Here's what we're working on this week. So, just to let you know, the election committee consists of 4 members who've agreed to run the elections. None of these members are running for office. If you would like to know the names of the committee members, please contact the office and we'll get that information to you. E-board and officer elections will be held on Tuesday, May 19th, 2026. In-person voting will be held from 4 p.m. to 6:30 p.m. at the CWA Hall. That's the AFL-CIO building where most people are used to coming for PDs and other events at 760 Northwest Street, Suite B. Voting by email will be available from 1 to 5 p.m. There will be more details coming, and I know very little about it because I'm not on the elections committee this time. So I can't say. What I can say is that they are looking at an option that will allow people to be able to vote. As a reminder, to be eligible to vote, members must be in good standing for at least 3 months prior to the election. If you know for a fact your payments have been off, getting that paid back would be a good idea if you're looking to vote. And the election committee is meeting this Wednesday, if I recall correctly, and we will have more information soon regarding elections. Avert and CPR training will be held May 28th and 29th, 2026. We're working to finalize the location. I'm told that we are a go for the AFL-CIO building, so let's just go ahead and say it's going to be here at the office. Not in our office, but in the same building where we're going to have elections. If you have any questions or concerns, please email the president, JFTPSRP@gmail.com. And you can use the black QR code that's on the right here on your screen to purchase your CEU certificate and register for the event. Please use the black QR code at the right on your screen in order to purchase your CEU certificate and register for the event. Please understand that all members and non-members must purchase a ticket in order to attend the event, because the ticket that you're purchasing is paying for your registration fees to HSI, which is the third-party provider who provides the course, and the CEU form. If you don't need CEUs but you want to take the class, please email the president and let the president know, and we'll work something out for you. You'll still have to pay the registration fees, but you would not necessarily need to pay for the CEUs. This afternoon at 4:30 p.m., I will be at Raymond High School giving a retirement workshop. And although that is open to anyone, that is kind of last minute for people, but don't fret. On Friday, May 29th from 1:30 to 2:30 p.m., we will hold a general retirement workshop. Members and non-members are welcome to attend at no cost. So if you've got some non-member coworkers or some friends and family members who are PERS employees, tell them show up. Ebony and I will be at the Mississippi AFL-CIO convention next week, May 11 through 13 in Biloxi, Mississippi. And as a reminder, President Rice moved the executive board meeting to May the 9th so that we'll be sure to have enough members for a quorum, because she and I will be out of town and we'll be busy till like 8 o'clock every night. We can remove e-dues maintenance because that has been handled, other than to say this. If you have any questions about your dues or you notice that your dues haven't come out, you are free to call the office or send us an email, mail@jftpsrp.com, and then we should be able to get to you. Tips to reduce gas consumption. As a reminder, there is a green QR code here. I'm going to move it up a little bit so that it's where it belongs, and you can have that. I have coming soon. We used to have a partnership through the discounts program on a recipe thing, but I can't find it. So I've got to do some digging. Maybe we don't have that partnership anymore. But we're going to look into some things to sort of help you with navigating navigating the grocery store because y'all, I filled up the car yesterday, almost $4 a gallon for gas, and I can remember when gas was $1 a gallon and we freaked out. So, um, we've got to buckle up because this is not over yet. But we'll work on some things. No school visits. It is teacher appreciation. So there are no school visits planned, of course, but it is Teacher Appreciation Week. So if you are a teacher, thank you for the hard work you do. We don't give thanks often enough, but thank you on behalf of the union. And so, with that in mind, if you responded to the organizers through our hustle conversations, they're going to be bringing some goodies to you. So look for them this week. Again, just make sure if your dues are not being drafted to let us know so that we can help you get that taken care of. Please do not email us your payment information like your bank account number or your credit card number, etc. Do not email that to us. Let us call you and let us get it over the phone so that we can save it in the system, and it's much safer that way than you just emailing it. Because what happens if something happens to our email account? There's your contact. I mean, all your banking information, and that's just not good. So, if you do need to speak to an organizer, Diamond's email and phone number are on your screen, and also Justice's. So, feel free to reach out to them. Again, upcoming board meetings. The next board meeting will be Tuesday, May 19th at 5 p.m. And then the next board meeting after that will be June the 9th at 5 p.m. And that meeting has been moved because President Rice and Vice President Strong are at the AFL-CIO convention in Biloxi. And as always, email the president if you're interested in attending a board meeting. All JFT members are welcome to attend the board meeting. We only ask that you RSVP so that we can make sure that if it's virtual, you have a link, or if it's an in-person meeting, that we have a seat and an agenda available for you. JFT training coming up on May 29th, after the retirement workshop, will be toxic versus hostile work environment. And I will say, I got a call last week where somebody was talking about a potentially hostile work environment. And this is a really good, about 2 hour workshop on toxic and hostile work environments that explains the differences between the two, talks about how you can recognize them, and will cover not specifically documentation, but a little bit of like what you need to do if you find yourself in one of these places. You can use the QR code on the right to register for the courses. Courses are free. And they're open to non-members as well. Sometimes we charge for those, but this time we said no, we're not going to worry about that. Unfortunately, they're not available for CEU credit. Number one, because they're not long enough. You have to have 5 hours to do it. And number two, Department of Education will not give us CEU credit for things about your job. We asked. Um, but do not let that deter you from showing up. The information is very, very good. Under the 2026 Mississippi legislative session, the governor is calling a special session, probably about 18 days away at this point, to redraw lines for state level Supreme Court, plus whatever else he adds to the agenda, because that's how this works. We expect shenanigans, and you should too. Um, without being overly political, this is going to give Republicans in the state an opportunity to redraw the lines so that Democrats have as few options as possible in terms of electing people. Let's just be realistic. They are terrified of the midterm elections, and I'm speaking of this more nationally than specifically in Mississippi, but they're terrified of the midterm elections, and there's a plan, and you're seeing it play out across the U.S. to do what they can to stack the cards in their favor. Be prepared for challenges and things to be difficult. But what you absolutely cannot do is give up because that's what they want all of us to do. The people in charge, and I'm speaking more federally than specifically Mississippi at this point, but the people in charge want us to give up because it makes it easier for them to win. And that's what we cannot do. The SHIELD Act is going to be making things difficult and challenging for us to stay registered to vote or register people to vote. But we cannot give up. We're going to have to reach back into history, previous times when voting registration and voting itself was very challenging, and we're going to have to refresh ourselves on tactics and lessons learned so that we can continue to fight the good fight so that everyone who is eligible to vote can vote and does vote because that is part of our democracy. So, what are we doing this week? Please double check your account to make sure your dues are being drafted and contact us if they're not. As a reminder, we're still boycotting ChatGPT and OpenAI. We're asking you to do the same. There are more videos available for you on our YouTube channel through JFT Talks, where we talk about things like board policies, technology, the Mississippi Code of Ethics, things like FMLA, etc. And you can access those by logging in as a member to our website. It's the same login for your benefits, aft.org/benefits. It's the same login you use there. And look under resources, other resources, and you can find the link to the full JFT Talks list. There is a public one that you can find just on the YouTube channel, but some things we save just for members. Please take a minute and watch the SHIELD Act episode that has been re-recorded and should be more accurate at this point. It is going to affect voter registration status for some. We don't know how many, but it's going to affect people. And the best thing you can do is be prepared so that you can react. Well, I don't like the word react here, but you can respond appropriately and quickly. Please use the QR code, the black one here on the right, to view the episode. You can go to jftpsrp.com, and there's a big old red link on the homepage. Please whitelist Action Networks and emails and save phone numbers as contacts. We want to stay in touch with you. And finally, something that has been around on our website for a while but has not been talked about too much is find your joy. Joy is resistance. And for more information, you can go to jftpsrp.com, find your joy. This is what it looks like, and you'll see it's all the way to the right over here, and we've got some information. I don't have it on the website yet, but I have a QR code here, this blue one, that is a survey. And what we would like to do is find out how you're finding your joy. What are the things that you are doing? And we want to share those. We would like you to share them with us. We want to share them either on our website or in the newsletter. And in the survey, it tells you. If you don't want your name, we'll just use an initial like A or something. But we would like to hear from you about your joy. All right, that is everything for the week of May the 4th, 2026. We'll end where, as always, where we start. On the screen, you can find our contact information, our website, and social media handles. Thanks for being here. Happy Teachers Week to all the teachers. And it's not Teachers Week, I know, but a happy week to all of the other school personnel, from school secretaries and custodians and cafeteria workers to bus drivers and maintenance workers and people who work in the central office complex. Thank you for the hard work you do at educating our future. Have a wonderful, wonderful day.